Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my kitchen. This is actually a new kitchen. So take a spin around. We'll take you on a little look in a minute and you can have a look at that. But what we're doing today is making some enchiladas. The biggest point of this one is getting a wonderful sauce sorted out. After that, the rest of it's kind of easy. But I want to show you how the sauce goes, and then we'll do the chicken and the wraps and get it all sorted out. It's all straightforward, much better than that packet rubbish you can get in the supermarket. So follow along and get yourself some good dinner. The first things you're going to need are some onions, some garlic, and I've got a sweet pepper here, although most traditional recipes will use like padron peppers and stuff like that. I don't know where to get that in the UK, so a little bell pepper like this will be absolutely fine. We're not going to chop these up massively accurately, we just need to chop because we're going to blitz it at the end anyway. Right, again, what I've done is I've roughly chopped up 2 large onions and 1 red pepper. I've then got 5 garlic cloves, which I've just peeled and dropped all over the oven. They're just going to go in whole like that, because as I said, it's all going to get this. Going to start heating this up, get it going, get all the juices mingling, and it'll be good. So this is the part of the process we get to sit down and feel a little bit like a chemist. However, this is the bit where the magic happens, so this is the important part. Pay attention, give me your ears. Bruh. This is... right, so this stuff is the magic. This is smoked paprika, right? This is... Get some of this. It's cheap and it's tasty. 4 heaped teaspoons. We've got some chilli here. It says medium. However, I know that these are ridiculously hot. 1/3 of my little large spoon. Salt and pepper. You know how you got your food seasoned, do it like that. And then we've got some garlic granules. I'm not going to use this, I just got it out because we've used the fresh garlic with the onions and the peppers. But just to, you could use this if you haven't got or can't get fresh garlic, that's an option. Cumin seeds, probably about ½ a teaspoon of these, about that many. They'll go straight in. Oregano, so we'll go with about a teaspoon of this, which is probably going to finish my jar off. No, still a little bit left. But that's what you want in there. And then what we also want to use is some sugar, and you need to use a lot of sugar. It's quite surprising. That's why I've got my big spoon here. So you want to go for 2, about 2 of the dessert spoons. That's about right. It is shocking, but if you want it to taste like it tastes, what you've got to do. So mix that all together. Well, the onions have gone quite translucent. Not going to tell from that. Sort of and a bit floppy. That's what we want. Now what we're going to do is chuck in our spice mix, our chemistry set. We're going to chuck that one in there, straight in the top. And this is where your kitchen will start smelling amazing. So if you're not hungry already, this will make you hungry. So give that a good mix around. And we want to fry this. I say fry, there's no oil in it. So just like heat it up and get it all incorporated with the onion and the pepper. It smells great. Excited for that. There we are, keep that moving around. Hot. So now what we want to do is chuck in our chopped tomatoes. You can buy whole plum tomatoes. I'll get it chopped stuff because it's easy. And that'll just go straight in. Just flop that about. I'm going to go for 2 because I'm making quite a big batch here. We'll freeze some and have this dinner another time. So there we are. And we'll just let this all come up and bubble together for 5-10 minutes. Up a little bit, but probably just about where we want it. So we're going to turn it off the heat. Just like that. And we're going to go over to our food processor, which we've set up over here. And we're just going to chuck that straight in. Use the wooden spoon, make sure it doesn't splash too much. Get that in there. And then we're going to blitz that up just till it's a relatively smooth paste. We've blitzed our sauce up now, and it's a relatively chunky sauce. I'll just come a little bit closer. Show you. There you are. That's about the sort of consistency you want to get to. So not completely smooth. A couple of little lumpy bumpies. Little bits of chunky, just like us. We put that to one side, and then what we're going to do is fry our chicken.
Where did you pull that from?
That was between my legs. That was epic, right? So we're just going to fry our chicken. I've cut 2 chicken breasts up into little bite-sized pieces, right? And we're just going to fry it. So we get that done when we come back. So our chicken's been cooking away for a little while now. It's got some lovely colour on it, absolutely beautiful. So what we want to do is add a little bit of our sauce to this. So I'm going to go, I've got this big wooden spoon here. I'm probably going to put about 5 or 6 of these on here. Let's go 5 initially. 5, let's go 1 more, so let's go 6 then. And we just want to let that heat through and just sort of incorporate the chicken into that. And that is literally what we want to do. So at this point here, we can turn our heat off and we're ready for the next little bit. We're going to get our wrap sorted, wait till this cools down just a little bit so it doesn't burn our skin off. And we'll get it all put together, get it put in the oven, bang it. So, this is the point, get your oven turned on. About gas mark 6, I'd suggest. So what I've got here is some super soft wraps, any old wraps will do, brown wraps if you fancy being a little bit healthier. What's the point, you're having enchiladas. So what you want to do is get yourself a wrap out. Like that. And put yourself some of your delicious sauce with some chickeny bits inside your wrap. So what I'm doing just for Zoe and I think we're probably going to have 2 or 3 wraps each, I suspect.
Yeah.
So we'll fill it up like that. Just give it a tuck, give it a wrap, shove it in your baking tin or whatever you've got handy. This one works particularly well for us. And we'll do 2 little piles because Zoe's lactose intolerant, so she'll have separate cheese. Cool. So, right gang, I've got 2 little piles here, one for Zoe, one for I, or either or. Like I said, Zoe has a different cheese. That's very hot, that so we always split ours up, we've done 3 each. That seems quite sensible for us too. So we'll get some cheese on and we'll get it baking. It's quite important at this point. I'll put some extra sauce on the top, as you can see, to leave the edges without any sauce on, because they're very nice and toasty and crispy and big, delicious. So we'll get the cheese in, get it in the oven. We'll come back when it's all cooked up and looking lovely. Our dinner's cooked and we're hungry. So let's get this out of the oven and see what we're looking like. It's smelling absolutely gorgeous. This has been in about 20 minutes. Oh, look at that. You've got melted cheese, you've got some crispy toasty bits on the edges. Oh, it looks wonderful. Let's get into it. So we've just got it out of the tin and I cannot wait to try this. So we've got some nice crusty bit here. Let's get some of this cheese. I use cheddar cheese just for reference. Extra mature is my favourite. Absolutely wonderful. It's a nice crispy bit. I've got some chicken in the back there. Really hot.
That looks really hot.
Bear with, bear with.
Cute blowing montage.
So I think we've cooled it down sufficiently to give it a little morshy morsh. Oh. Mm. Mm.
What is that?
Mm. That is wonderful. Lovely bit of browning on the cheese on the top there, crusty tortilla, lovely moist chicken. When you cook the chicken, you don't have to cook it right through because it'll cook as you bake it in the oven. That is absolutely wonderful. If you fancy this, give it a go because it's way better than the stuff you get in the shop. If you do, drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If not, later taters.